Through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all goal, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me, I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse, disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all I doubt, you gotta play my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner, get to you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't hearing my CD. Made it out of the trenches.
On a muggy night here in Houston, Texas, it's a perfect 72 degrees inside NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. And we are underway from Houston. Alex Erickson elects to take it out. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On first down, it's Darnold. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. it's Darnold.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. To throw is Darnold. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a handoff to Ingram. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Well, this defense for the Panthers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Watson. Cooks on the quick slant. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run from the pistol with Ingram. Ingram's got the 1st down and more. And down to the 16-yard line. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Ingram. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Mark Ingram. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Alex Erickson elects to take it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Watson now to throw.
On the check down, it's Ingram.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
throwing on third down. Watson.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time, that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Neville Hewitt on the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Play action. It's Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And he finds Danny Amendola. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Texans up front. In comes the flag. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. He'll find the rookie from Michigan, Nico Collins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Watson. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Again, it's Watson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of
Brandon Cooks. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
The 71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. McCaffrey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 8 coming up. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Second and 8. Here's Watson. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Watson on 3rd down. That's out to the flat for Ingram. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3 yards remain for second down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Ingram. Jeremy Chin, the Panthers' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. Call it a 3-yard gain, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Brian Burns with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Hubbard. And he's got room. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now left side on the swing pass. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Watson looking deep now for Amendola. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Watson. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 25 yards that time.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Lindsey is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't it?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Ingram again. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Desperation time, Watson on 4th down. Touchdown! David Johnson from 3 yards out. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Alex Erickson elects to take it out. And no return for Erickson. Out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Right back to Hubbard. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Darnold. And he will find the rookie from LSU, Terrace Marshall. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Darnold. There's Trimble, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On 2nd and 12, Darnold checks this down to Hubbard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Darnold. Over the middle, complete. That's Erickson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 89 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. His kick is good. And the Panthers have won the football game. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And you look back over the score sheet. Interesting. A very clean game. No turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Panthers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Houston, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.